Hey, it's Lindsay Gramont, the Homemade Mommy. I blog over at homemademommy.net, and you can see all of my video replays over on my YouTube channel, so definitely subscribe over there at www.youtube.com/hmademommy. If you are new to my videos and my website, you can definitely subscribe to my newsletter, and then you will get a lot of my real food recipes and DIY beauty recipes straight to your inbox. So let's get right to it. I have a 4-month-old baby boy and an 8-year-old daughter. Now, my 8-year-old was kind of like my pre-crunchy days. I was maybe getting a little more crunchy then, but I did not cloth diaper her. I did try when she was a toddler to start to cloth diaper and didn't really have much success. I didn't know that much about it, and I think that wasn't a very good time to start. So if you cloth diaper, raise your hands. I wanted to kind of give my real take, my keeping it real take, because that's what I do. I'm a busy mom and I am a working mom, and but I've been able to take this on with the cloth diapering, and it's been a lot of fun. So I just want to give you guys my take. If you would like to share this with someone that you think might be interested in watching, you can click on the little plus sign and invite friends to watch right now so they can watch live. If you're watching the replay here or on YouTube, please feel free to comment. I do respond to comments and questions as they come in, as my time allows. And this is quite a topic. Cloth diapering can be extremely overwhelming. I am definitely not a very organized person or any kind of planner or anything like that. When I first started looking into cloth diapering, I was pretty dang nervous about it because there's just so much out there, and I think you can get really caught up in the science of it all. And you know, the way I like to think about things is that this has been around for thousands of years, and so it can't be that hard, right? I mean, we make things so much harder than they need to be now. So I'm just going to share with you some of my tips and my thoughts. First of all, why did I cloth diaper? I found with my daughter that there was so much diaper rash and so many crazy things. Also, would you guys please start commenting, because I'm not seeing the comments right now, and I'm wondering if maybe Facebook is just being weird with me. So I definitely would love to see you comment so that I know I can see the comments and respond to your questions as they come in. Disposable diapers contain harmful chemicals. These chemicals can irritate baby's skin, and I know with my daughter, who's now 8, she constantly had diaper rash, and we always had to be doing diaper free time, and I think we tried a lot of different disposable diapers, but I think she was definitely reacting to something in the diaper. The dioxin, which is a byproduct of bleaching, is listed by the EPA as a really high toxic carcinogen, and they also contain TBT, which is a chemical known to cause hormonal problems in humans and animals. Also, just the thought of throwing so many diapers away. I mean, when we were just diapering my son in the beginning, I think he was going through like 20 diapers a day. I don't even know. Boys pee a lot. And just the thought of throwing away 20 disposable diapers for them to just go and sit in the landfill made my stomach turn. So that really helped to strengthen my resolve to get this cloth diapering thing figured out. I mean, if you think about it, it really takes between 250 and 500 years for a single disposable diaper to break down in a landfill. Whereas cloth, we just use them over and over again, and we wash them, and you can resell them and eventually maybe even compost them. So it's really actually a lot less expensive than you would think. Yes, you make that upfront investment, but you can always make it back. People buy used cloth diapers all the time. You could even buy used. I bought new because I ended up delivering early, and so I wasn't as prepared, and I knew that a baby was going to be coming early after 10 weeks on bed rest. I had discussions with some friends about buying some from them, but ultimately I wanted to get a mix of different kinds of diapers to see what might work, and I wasn't sure how big my baby was going to be because he was coming early. So I ended up buying a new, but there are so many places that sell them used, and you can make that investment back, whereas with disposable, you're just throwing money away literally into the landfill. So let's talk about the different kinds. I was given very good advice to buy a lot of different kinds in the initial newborn stage. A lot of times you'll hear people say, well, I don't know if I want to use cloth diapers in the newborn stage because it's just, I don't know which ones to use. And that's why you want to get a mix, and just a small kind of mix, and then buy more of the ones that you like. So that's what we did, and I was really thankful for that advice, because the ones I thought I would like, I didn't end up liking. And every baby is different, so you'll see my reviews and all these reviews, and you really have to take them with a grain of salt, because girls and boy babies, you need more padding up front or, down below. Every baby is different. Some babies have bigger tummies, some babies have bigger legs. So get a mix, and don't listen to any one person's raving testimonial about one particular kind of diaper. So the mix of things that you're going to want to get, and my baby was born about less than 5.5 pounds, and he actually lost some weight because he was in the NICU. So he was under 5 pounds when we had him at home. So he was tiny. He was in preemie clothes. So I have been through really extreme variation of diapers, from being under 5 pounds now to being about 15 pounds. So I'm going to show you that range, and this is where I'm excited, because I didn't have a video like this to help me, and so that's why I wanted to do this today. So you will hear about all-in-ones, okay? So these cute little things that make it really super easy for your husband or your mother-in-law to change their diaper. And so I did order quite a few of these. This is a Grovia one. Sorry, it's a little bright. So you can see it's all one thing. You just put it on them like a regular diaper, and you wash the whole thing. This is another one from Blueberry. Same kind of deal. And this one you could stuff more inside for nighttime. Now, to keep in mind, with a newborn, you're going to be going through, 12 to 20 diapers a day. So you do, the tip I got was that you should really plan to have about 50 diapers. I know that sounds like a lot, but you don't want to be doing wash every day when you have a newborn. So, a mix of 30 to 50 diapers would really get you to maybe washing every other day or every third day, which is a lot more doable. And, you can get help with that. So these I bought quite a few of, because I thought, well, this is going to be easier for my husband. I was kind of maybe more leaning toward the pre-folds, which you can put into an insert, because I thought, well, these are going to be easier to wash. So this is a pre-fold, and why they call it pre-fold is that the middle's kind of thicker, and then there's these sides that you can fold in and do different things with. My baby was so small, we literally had to twist this over and put it on. And looking at this now, I can't even believe that this little thing fit him. I mean, this is the tiniest little pre-fold I've ever seen. But you basically put a pre-fold into these cute little covers, and you only need probably about a third of the covers to the number of diapers that you have. So if you have 50 diapers, maybe you need like 20 covers or less. So these are these cute little covers, and then here are the pre-folds. So I thought I should get a lot of these all-in-ones, because that's what my husband's gonna like. But actually these leaked for us. These have a microfiber, this is the Grovia one, and it has a microfiber on the inside, and that's supposed to keep your baby, dry, but what it basically did was just leak out of the side. So I never really loved these. Some people rave over them, but I really love the pre-folds, and my husband ended up loving them more too. So again, that's why I'm saying get an assortment, because you just never know. If you buy, a bunch of these, you might be sorely disappointed. So, but some people love these. So again, it might work for you. So we had a few different kinds. There are the ones with the snaps, and then there are all-in-ones that have the Velcro, and you can do the same for the covers. They can either be with snaps or with Velcro, and they have all these other snaps which help you adjust. My favorite cover, and I got two different kinds. One was the Thirsties and one was the Rumperoos, were the two that I chose to try. That light is really bright. You kind of can't see this one because it's white. But I really loved the Rumperoos. I felt like they had so many different snaps and ways to customize, and since we were, you know, going from under 5 pounds all the way up to, you know, as far as these fit, I think these fit up to 12 pounds or something. I think we were done with them at that point. I was able to customize them a lot. So I really like these Rumperoos covers, and I really liked the pre-folds. Now, as the pre-folds get too small for them, you will notice because they will start to get more of a rash. In the beginning, we couldn't even use, you know, the little snappy, the little pin. It's not really a pin, but it's like a little 3-prong thing to put the diaper on. He was too small to even put that on, and we were actually poking him. So be careful with those if you have a really tiny baby. Now we can use them, but you don't have to use one of those things. For a while we thought we did, and we were getting so stressed out about it, but you can actually just put the pre-fold right into the cover and snap the cover and be done with it. You don't need to secure the diaper in any way, just use the cover. So that was a good tip that I learned. So this was kind of our newborn assortment. There was another one we tried called a fitted. You can, oh gosh, this lighting is really crazy here. Let me see if I can move that. This is called a fitted, and you can see it's not an all-in-one. It's actually not a pre-fold either. It kind of looks like an all-in-one, but it's just the fabric, and then you put a cover over it. So, I mean, these were okay, but I just felt like it was a lot of snapping. But this was another one to add to your assortment in the beginning. So, fitteds, pockets, all-in-ones, all-in-twos, pre-folds, those are all things you might want to get in the very beginning. Another one that we were told that we would love were flats. So what's a flat? A flat is just a giant piece of cloth here, okay? Woo! So I bought a few of these flats in the beginning because everyone said that I would love them, but my baby was so tiny that I couldn't use this right away. But I used them as burp cloths, and you know, if things got wet or something like that, I would use these to clean up. However, now I really like them. I'm going to get to that in a minute though. So what you're going to want to do in the beginning is also get different textiles. So I tried a lot of different things. This one here is a hemp insert, so this is kind of like a hemp pre-fold. I got a couple different kinds of hemp pre-folds, and you know, with varying success. Again, just trying different things. I just felt like these didn't fold up as easily. They were more maybe for nighttime, and somewhat helpful for that, but I felt like it was hard to get them clean. They're just very thick, lots of different layers of fabric. But just so that you know that there are different textiles out there: bamboo, cotton, hemp, all different things to maybe try. Now, we've been through 3 sizes of pre-folds, so they have different colors on the edging. Here's the next size up that we went, and again the next size up, and we were just starting to outgrow these, so be mindful of what they say around the sizing for the pre-folds, because this one said it would be able to wear it up to 20 pounds, but he's 15 pounds now, and I'm telling you this does not really fit anymore. So we're kind of done with these pre-folds, and he was starting to get pretty rashy. So that is here's one last thing, inserts. So you can get some hemp inserts to put in the diaper at night, potentially to help with wetness. I have found that these, you know, they're hemp, and they, you know, everyone says they're so great, but I think they're really prone to ammonia buildup because they're so thick and have so many layers of the fabric that it's hard to get them really, really super clean. Now, when you talk about washing of cloth diapers, there are so many schools of thought out there, and this is where my little brain goes and gets way overwhelmed. I want to just be able to wash the diapers and be done with it. If you feel that way, raise your hand, because that seriously has gotten me just so up in, you know, a tizzy. Was am I washing these correctly? What detergent am I supposed to use? And there are some sites out there that recommend, you know, using really harsh detergents like like Tide with chemicals in it that I do not condone in our house. And you know, while I agree that homemade detergents are not the best for any clothes or cloth diapers, I used to use soap nuts and felt like everything was getting kind of dingy. And you know, have used things like Seventh Generation and others and just have not really been a fan. For the past year, I've been using the Thieves detergent. And so I was using that on the cloth diapers, and I still am. As the baby gets older, you know, you might run into more ammonia issues. So what can you do about that? It's actually pretty simple to deal with. I had thought that we were having ammonia issues with some of our pre-folds. I do think we had ammonia on the overnight inserts because those get particularly soaked. But our pre-folds never really smelled like ammonia, and we just recently switched to the flats because they, you know, just fit better and I'm able to customize them more. But what I love about the flats is that they're just one thin layer of fabric. So the pre-folds were taking 3 dryer cycles to dry. The flats take 1. So we're saving on dryer time, plus they just get much cleaner because they're just one layer. So I can see why my seasoned cloth diapering mom friends were telling me that flats were going to end up becoming my favorite, and they definitely have. So we are using flats now. You can learn how to fold them so many different ways on video tutorials on YouTube. Just do like a Google search. That's what I did. I've been using the diaper bag fold or the airplane fold for at night, and I love these. I love my flats now. You guys, flats. It's all about the flats. You think you're gonna want all this convenience and the pre-fold and all these all-in-ones and everything, but they're so much harder to clean. The flats are just, I mean, you know, these have been around for thousands of years again, and they win again in my book. But, you know, you can get different textiles in the flats too. The one I just showed you was a cotton one. This one is a cotton muslin one. I don't think you can see the texture on the video, but cotton muslin is another kind of flat. And then I just ordered some stretchy hemp ones for maybe at night to see how we like those. We're up to the next size up of the covers, and I got Velcro this time because they're just a lot easier. But still the Rumperoos, those are my favorite covers. So basically, I love flats, and I think that they're going to really work well for us, and I don't think we're going to run into any ammonia issues. And if we do, here's kind of the safe way, I think, to keep, you know, to clean them. I got some of these Grovia Mighty Bubbles to strip them, and I just, you know, follow the instructions to strip the diapers. And if you ever buy used diapers, you're going to want to strip them, so pay attention to this. You can also make some kind of concoction with Calgon and something else, but I ended up getting these because they looked fine, to get, you know, mineral buildup and buildup of urine out of the diapers. So you can strip them and then put them in your washer on the sanitized cycle if you have that. A lot of sites, again, recommend bleaching them. If I bought used ones, I might bleach once and then wash a lot of times, but I personally cannot use bleach because it gives me asthma and I don't want to have it in my house. So you look for bleach alternatives. I think the sanitize is a good alternative. I mean, you are heating it up to that level. I also know how Thieves compares to bleach, and so I am using the Thieves laundry soap, and then if I were to sanitize, what I would likely do is put it on sanitize with a cap full of our Thieves cleaner, which would really, I think, sanitize them along with that hot temperature and hot water. You don't want to do that all the time, but if you run into any issues, that's personally what I am planning on doing. So, you know, just from a practical standpoint, what do I do when I'm out, you know, you got to make sure you have a wet bag and a pail or a bin of some kind. I got a diaper bin that these wet bags fit in, and it keeps it all closed and the smell away. So I got like 4 of these cloth diaper wet bags for at home, and then I have a couple of wet bags for my diaper bag when I'm out and about. At home, we use cloth wipes, and I make a spray. I actually have a video. If you scroll down to all of my videos, you'll see one about 10 down for how to make the homemade cloth wipe spray. So I just, spray it on the wipe and wipe his bum, and that's great. Very useful. When I'm out and about, I do use regular wipes because that's just a little more than I want to deal with in my diaper bag. So I buy, kind of a natural kind that won't dry out, because the worst thing that can happen is you're out and about and you've got a major poo blowout and your wipes are all dry. I don't want that to happen. Now we're about to go on a 4-day trip, and we will have access to a washing machine. So my plan is to bring about 15 cloth diapers and also a package of these disposables. These are called Bamboo Nature, and I heard they were pretty good, and we've tried a couple of them at night. They are, I think one of the better varieties of the natural diapers, and they did not leak at night, so that was pretty good from my standpoint. So I'm going to do a mix when I'm traveling. I just want to make the point about overnight. With the boy, you got a lot, with a boy or a girl, you've got a lot of pee going at night, or we did. Now, because he feels that wetness, I think it's actually kind of a good thing, because he has started gradually not peeing as much at night. And, if we go and we change him at night, he'll pee at that point when we're actually changing him, whereas he doesn't really do that a lot during the day. So he definitely is not liking feeling wet at night. And this was one of the things that was hardest for me when I was potty training my daughter, was that she liked to pee in her crib in her diaper. And that was not so helpful for potty training. So I think cloth diapers are really good for potty training, because they actually feel that wetness and start to learn to maybe not, pee when they're sleeping, which I think is really helpful later on when you start to potty train. So I don't know if anyone else has had the same experience, but I'm hopeful that that will be helpful later. It seems like it so far. So, the one flat has been fine for a number of hours at night, and he wakes up still a couple times anyway. I tried the disposables at night to see if he would sleep longer, and he really didn't. He actually woke up more. So I don't know if he just felt different peeing in that diaper or whatever, but I think that's kind of a misnomer. People think, well, if I just put him in an overnight diaper, they might sleep longer. Maybe, maybe not, but mine's waking up to eat anyway, so I might as well change him. So that's where we are with the cloth diapers. Let me see if I forgot any of my other tips to tell you. But again, no, I think I told you guys everything I wanted to tell you. Definitely think ahead. Most of the great cloth diaper retailers, they're not on Amazon. You're not going to get this stuff in 2 days. And there were times where we were like, whoa, these diapers don't fit anymore. And we were waiting 7 days to get more diapers, and we were washing diapers all the time. But we lived through it, and it's all good. I hope that you learned a lot from this video, and I definitely want to get your tips, but I will safely say that I am definitely a flat diaper lover at this point. And if you I think I wish I kind of had switched to them earlier. I think I was just really nervous about how they're folded, but as you can see, we pick our favorite fold, and we just fold them this way instead of just folding them from the dryer, just in the normal rectangle or whatever. We fold it so they're ready to go to put on. So it's actually really easy, and I love how fast they dry. So if you have any other questions, definitely comment. I'll post some other resources about cloth diapers, but this is my review, and I know that we're going to continue at this point using them. We really love them, and in a few months I'll check back once we start with solids and we're starting to use the sprayer and all that. That's another point actually, with when you breastfeed with cloth diapers, you don't have to spray them or clean them off when you're still 100% exclusively breastfed, because the breast milk poos are not they're just like liquid, and so they'll just wash out in the wash. So when I found that out, I was super excited. But yes, when we add solids, I will do another update and let you guys know how the sprayer is working, and how we're dealing with all of those new challenges. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And again, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can find this video and all my other tutorials posted very easily at youtube.com/hmademommy. Bye.